Alright class, so here is a lesson on linear equations um, with word problems. There are different types of word problems that we're going to look at in this unit. We're going to look at word problems that involve slope-intercept. We're also going to look at standard form. And then we're going to look at point slope form, and then as well as 2 points. So a bunch of word problems, but depending on the way the problem is written, we're going to see which formula that we're going to use. So let's go ahead and look at the slope-intercept formula first. Slope-intercept formula is y equals mx plus b. So if we know what the slope is and what the y-intercept, or in this case it's going to be the constant or the starting point. What I want to do first is just read through the word problem and try to pick out what is making my equation move, meaning depending on what number I might keep multiplying the x. So that's going to end up being the slope. And then the starting point, usually this is like a flat fee that you have to pay and things like that. So that's going to be the y-intercept. It says here, Evan is going to the country fair this weekend. The admissions to the fair is $5 and the cost per ride is 50 cents. If his parents give him $20, write and solve a linear equation to find how many rides he can go on. So most of my linear equation is going to depend on the mx plus b part, so I need to find what the slope is. So it looks like it says cost per ride. So depending on the number of rides, that's going to be my slope. So I'm just going to say slope is equal to 50 cents. I'm just going to write it as half a dollar, so 50 cents. And then it says the admissions to the fair is $5. So we're going to say that is my y-intercept. Okay, so you have x here, which is your, looks like it's the number of rides. So number of rides times 50 cents plus your $5 admission fee. So if you have $20 to spend and it costs 50 cents per ride plus your $5 admissions fee, how many rides can I ride? Well, we can go ahead and solve that. Subtract 5 on both sides, so that's 15. And then divide both sides by 0.5. 15 divided by 0.5 is 30 rides. So that's going to be 30 rides. Okay, here's the next problem. While visiting Crimson Lake, Sally decided to go kayaking. The rangers charge $8.50 per hour. So it's $8.50 times how many hours? So that looks like that's my slope. And there's an addition $25 fee. That's that. If she has rented the kayak from 11:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m., so that's what, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. So that's 3 hours. So that's 8 hours, $8.50 times 3 hours plus your $25 fee. How much is that going to be? 8.5 times 3, so that's $25.50 plus your $25 admissions fee, so that will be $50.50. Alex bought a new truck for $42,935. According to the dealer, the truck will depreciate approximately $4,200. So what this is saying is you bought this truck for $42,935, but every year it's gonna depreciate, meaning the value of the car keeps going down by $4,200 per year. Every year. I don't want to use Y for year because Y is, I just use X for year. Okay? So that's that. We want to know write and solve a linear equation to find how many years until the truck is worth $5,135, which means that all of this has to be equal to 5,135. This is written a little weird. If I were to write it in a proper slope-intercept form, I would write this first, and then your slope, and then your y-intercept. But that's okay. We can go ahead and write it like this as well. So we're going to go ahead and solve for x. I'm going to subtract this number out. Okay, so that goes away. So I'm just going to move this up here. So that's negative. Don't forget the negative. Equals so that's negative 37,700, and then divide both sides by 4,200. So divided by negative 4,200. I did something wrong. Oh, that's supposed to be 9. I wrote an 8. My bad. I'm just gonna highlight it, copy it down, change that to a 9. So that's the number. So this was 800. So that means that divided by 4,200, 9 years. Negative 4,200. Positive 9 years. So in 9 years, the value of the car will be at only 5,135. Okay? Last example, quickly. If you buy a car wash at the gas station for $6, the cost per gallon is $235. No, $2.35 per gallon, right? If you can afford $40, let's see how many gallons of gas I can put in here. So it looks like my cost is going to be $2.35 times the gallons of gas. I'll just use X. Plus, I want to get a car wash, so that's plus $6. But I can only afford to pay $40. So that's what this problem is asking me. So let me go ahead and solve this. $34 and then divide by 235. So let's see how many gallons of gas I can get here. $34. I don't even know what $34 divided by $2.35. That's about 14.5 gallons of gas. Okay, so that's the first type of problem. So basically, when you're given a rate of change, how your equation is moving, and a starting point. Okay, so basically your slope and y-intercept, you can use this method right here.